ruler of Equestria with a kind and gentle demeanor, both a wise teacher and a humble servant to those in need. I've had great admiration for Princess Celestia over the years. She was even the subject of some of my earliest videos on this channel, such as how her mercy has inspired others to greater heights, and even how her power just might be weakening over the centuries. But for Celestia Day, I wanted to put together some quick ideas on what so many of us have wanted to see, an episode centered around her character. While attending Crystal Mountain PonyCon, some of us had the chance to chat with one M.A. Larson, and while he may not be able to steer the show in every direction he'd like to, he has wanted the chance to write an episode centered around the fan interpretation of Celestia's craving for cake. He suggested the idea that because she loves desserts, she might also be doing intense exercise routines in secret so that she can keep her figure in check. Now, I think that does have some potential for a future episode if we include, say, a member of the Royal Guard. For example, perhaps there might be some grand event coming up where all the greatest chefs in all the land are coming to Canterlot and competing to create the most delectable desserts in all of equestrian history. Now, Celestia knows full well that she'd be expected to sample all these marvelous creations as one of the royal judges. And to prepare, she decides that in the weeks leading up to the event, she'll need to do everything she can to intensify her exercise routine while still keeping anyone from noticing. Perhaps even to the point where she trains herself not to use any magic, using her hooves instead. Which could also lead to a moment where something heavy is about to fall on one of her servants and she rushes in to hold the object in place instead of using her magic like everyone would expect her to. Most everyone just brushes it off as nothing special, but one royal guard starts to wonder whether there might be something deeply wrong with the ruler of Equestria. For some pony who has admired and respected the Princess of the Sun all his life, he'd want to do everything in his power to keep anyone from realizing what he believes might be a sign of weakness. It's all just a misunderstanding, of course, but then some of the more entertaining conflicts and stories arise from misunderstandings. And after some various shenanigans, I could imagine a lesson revolving around being direct. Because if this royal guard had simply voiced his concerns with the princess, who we've all seen as being very kind and patient with her subjects, he wouldn't have had any need to worry in the first place. And I believe this would help further develop Celestia's character without taking anything away from all her previous appearances. But even if the writers decide not to go down this route, I sincerely wish we could get to see a Celestia-focused episode sometime in MLP's future. But what do you think? Could this idea work with everything we already know about the Princess of the Sun? Do you have any of your own stories that might work for a full episode of MLP? I would like to hear your thoughts on Celestia's potential as a character, and let us all take a moment to appreciate her wisdom, her mercy, and her kind nature on this day. I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.